Greetings, children. My name is Michael, Archangel Michael. It has come to my attention, my older brother, misguided as he often is, tried to persuade you, motivate you, turn you to his point of view using a fragrance video called The 7 Deadly Sins. You humans have choice. You may choose to gravitate towards the dark, or you may gravitate towards the light. I am here to give you the options my brother did not give you. I'm here to show you the 7 heavenly virtues. I want to show you a path towards the righteousness, the light, and the voice of our Father above. Kindness. It can be supportive words, a helping hand, a warm meal, or a simple smile. Layton Exclusif from Parfums de Marly has kindness nestled in with its spicy warmth, its green spiked sweet woodiness, and therein there is also a gift given freely, as well as acceptance of your strangeness and fragile nature. Acceptance from a wonderful, beautiful, and amazing group of people. Hashtag bean sprayers. Of course, with those last notes, individual results may vary, but this fragrance has a very beautiful, wonderful warmth. Patience. Let's face it, patience in the world of fragrance and the world of fragrance collecting can be extraordinarily fleeting. If you're not patient with something you're interested in, you blind buy, it shows up at your door, it winds up being a complete piece of crap that you don't like. Or look at it a different way. You do test something and you do decide that you like it, and you go and you spend retail costs because you don't want to wait for that fragrance to get to the discounters. Or worse, your patience completely falls apart and you buy it on eBay for an exorbitant amount. Now, I don't doubt that that fragrance is worth it, but with a little bit of patience, you could have just waited. Perhaps you could let Oddity from Rag & Bone, with its sweet vanillic incense, its earthy vetiver, guide your patience. I tell you this because this is hard as all get out to find. But with a little bit of patience a year later, here it is. An absolutely heavenly, fragrant aroma. This is a lesson you could certainly learn from. Chastity. Chastity is to remain pure, to remain clean and wholesome. Now, my big brother Lou, though admittedly he is incredibly good looking, some might even say he's beautiful, he knows nothing of chastity and purity. Zoologist Parfums created a fragrance called Macaque. Citruses, green tea, light florals, light musks, and some very wonderfully based woodiness presents itself in this fragrance in a very pure, in a very clean way. No animal products used or animals harmed in the making of zoologist fragrances. You don't get much purer than that. When you get a waft of this, the purity, the chastity, it washes all over you. And pay no attention to those people that have no idea how to pronounce this name. Let the chastity herein guide you. Oh, diligence. That steady, earnest, energetic drive. That persistent, riveted, painstaking work. Some would say my big brother Lou was pretty diligent. Diligent in his way that was his way, but still diligent. Diligence is to see a goal, strive for it, and achieve it. A perfect example of diligence is the perfumer Zach of Maison de Darius. He strives for his goals, he pushes, and he does it all on his own. Never letting down, without compromise, he's created his line of fragrances. This one here, Velour, beautiful oud, amber, caramel, a little bit of a leathery back note. This, my friends, is the very picture of diligence. If you move quickly, you can still get his opening line, for it is going away very soon. If you decide and choose this time to be diligent, seek out Maison de Darius, for his opening editions will soon fade away. To have a control over the needs or wants or pulls toward excess, extravagance, is referred to as temperance. Temperance to keep yourself in check, to never have too much. And for that, I turn your attention to the fragrance brand of Abel. Now, Abel is an all-natural fragrance brand. The notes therein are quite simple, without excess, and yet the compositions are pure and beautiful and wonderfully put together. White vetiver, for instance, could simply be stated as a citric, grassy aromatic. But the complexity runs deep. And hey, not to mention, my friends, these are handy dandy small 15 milliliter bottles, so you do not have to continuously add massive, huge 100 mils to your collection. Sexy fragrance in a small little package. I mean, excuse me. Beautiful and well-composed fragrance in a nice, handy, travel-y, friendly, small package. The beauty there in this bottle will lead you to enlightenment. It is now time to turn your attention to the virtue of charity. I am most reminded of a particular gentleman by the name of Glenn. You may know him from Mr. Cologne 76 on his Instagram handle. Now that gentleman puts in work for charity. He has sponsored many perfume-related fundraising movements to help people that are in need. He also is incredible about turning people onto new fragrances and giving them samples, and he also does giveaways on a constant basis. This guy just gives. I mean, sometimes it might be a little too much, but I digress. One of these gifts was Anvers, Ulrich, New York. Citruses, herbal aromatic spices. This is a bit like a modern take, an upgraded version of some of those like 80s style colognes. It's a little bit nostalgic, kind of almost a bit of a throwback, kind of like those times of being charitable. That's not what I meant. What I'm trying to say is that from Glenn, Anvers has been a wonderful gift of charity. At last, we come to the final virtue, and that is humility. Simply stated, it is a modest or low opinion of your own importance. Simplicity in its finest. And for that, I bring to you a classic favorite, Brut. The best a man can get. This is an old school fougere, still around, still useful, modestly priced, at every corner drugstore you can think of. Put it on, you'll still smell great. It's not groundbreaking, it's not new, but it will keep you from smelling like a yak. I mean, come on. One whiff of this and yeah, everyone is gonna think about their grandpa, regardless of how old they are. But you will be fresh, and you will smell clean. Brut, the essence of man. A wonderful ongoing symbol of humility. Honestly, humility, my older brother Lou, that guy was pretty humble. He was pretty humble. I'm sorry, I can't do this anymore. But you know, your faces right now, because I can see every one of them. They're priceless. They're wonderful. Because, I mean, come on. Did you really think that Michael would come down from his high hobby horse up in heaven and come talk to you? Dad's been gone, Dad's been silent, and he's up there being a jackass. I will admit, I'm conniving, I'm terrible, but hey, I've been on your side this whole time, baby. All right, you know what? Have a happy holiday. Oh, watch out for Krampus. That guy sucks.